WVUsports.com coverage from the Big 12 Conference postseason baseball tournament is presented by Coca-Cola.
Remember, you're playing for somebody bigger than yourself this weekend, right? Right? Give it all you got. Give it all you got. One for first postseason.
Represent my school, my family, myself. I take care of my success, but it rains my feet. Make it all promise my coaching teammates from the best off where I can be. I go around saying BW to the time I'm here.
I'm Kyle Wiggs along with Ernie Galuski, where the Mountaineers stay alive in the tournament. West Virginia beats TCU 10-3, and Ernie, what a wild game this was. First of all, it was great to see West Virginia score early, 2 in the first, 2 in the second. They got up off the deck after being blown out by Kansas last night.
After a disappointing loss last night, these Mountaineer hitters deserve a lot of credit because they were absolutely relentless in the batter's box today against TCU, scoring 2 runs in the first and the second and continuing throughout the game.
Billy Fleming, one of the offensive standouts, a key 2-out, 2-strike base hit in the second to score a couple of runs, and they staked Harrison Musgrave to that win, and Musgrave was true to form. He was as good tonight as he has been for most of the year.
Would you expect any less out of the Big 12 pitcher of the year? He was outstanding. He's been outstanding every start in this league for the entire season. It was just another night where Harrison Musgrave dominated on the mound.
Musgrave is 9-1 overall this season. He's unbeaten in Big 12 play, 6-0. That's his record against Big 12 opponents, and very justifiably the Big 12 pitcher of the year. Another big story, Ernie, something that neither of us had ever seen. TCU completely blew apart defensively. This was statistically coming in the best defensive team in the conference. They committed 9 errors in this game.
Just an indication of how hard this game of baseball is and that anything can happen on any given night. A great defensive team was about as poor as anybody could be here this evening.
After the game, we heard from WVU head coach Randy Mazey and a couple of the Mountaineer players.
The way our team has played this year with Harrison on the mound, seems like we've always played with a lot of confidence. We've played great defense for them. We hadn't given them a lot of run support in the past, though, but it just, you know, the way this tournament was laid out when they went to pool play and we had to go with some pitching matchups, our guys really felt after we played TCU in Charleston a couple weeks ago that, to be honest with you, we thought they were the best team in the league. So that's why we lined it up to throw Harrison. And I think had we done the opposite, if we would have beat Kansas and lost to TCU, because TCU beat Oklahoma State, we'd be out of it right now. So flip-flopping the pitchers worked out to our advantage, and if a couple things happen and we win the game tomorrow, we go to the championship.
Yeah, it was kind of crazy to think that, you know, nobody thought we'd win, you know, really any games in the Big 12, and to finish third and still be, you know, playing for a Big 12 title, it really is, you know, really tremendous. And I think early on, a lot of teams might have underestimated us, so we were able to sneak a few wins in. But after a while, when teams knew we were good, you know, we still were able to win and compete, and, you know, that showed a lot of people how good we really were.
Yeah, I definitely wanted to start off the game early in the first inning, trying not to have a slow start and trying to give Harry some runs because we know that he can shut the door pretty quick. And with him not pitching in a while, we didn't know if he was going to settle in like he was saying. But, yeah, it felt good to hit that double. I mean, I wanted to give our team a chance to try and get me in, and we scored a couple, and it was a good start for us for sure.
That's kind of how the game is. You know, it could bounce one way for you, and, you know, the next day bounce the other way. You just got to go in with the same mindset, you know, each at bat, stay focused, you know, look for that pitch to hit and drive hard.
I just feel like we're kind of in a groove right now. Whenever you're up there hitting, you just want to get your pitch and put a good swing on it, and I feel like that's what we've been doing.
And this experience that we're getting this week, win, lose, or draw, is going to help us for future tournaments because the guys on this team, all these guys, when they come back next year, this experience of playing in this atmosphere and this crowd is really going to help us for the future of Mountaineer baseball.
So the bottom line after this 10-3 win over TCU is West Virginia is still alive to win its pool tomorrow as they face Oklahoma State.
Put in perspective that the Mountaineers had a chance to be the regular season champion the last weekend of the regular season, and with their last scheduled game of the year have a chance to play for a Big 12 championship. It's been a remarkable year for this Mountaineer baseball team.
The Mountaineers will play their third game in pool play against Oklahoma State coming up Saturday at 5 o'clock. Coverage from the Big 12 Conference Baseball Tournament at WVUsports.com is presented by Coca-Cola. We now leave you with some sights and sounds from the ballpark in Oklahoma City.
Come on!
As the end of the ballgame, West Virginia defeats Texas Christian University by a score of 10-3.
There we go. Billy with the great play.
Holy hell.
Come on, babe. Come on, Flip. Come on, babe. Good game. Woo! All right. Okay. Big game. All right. All right. Go ahead and knock out.